What up? What up? How is everybody? We're going to be talking about Milan just for the hour. Um, Crazy stuff happening today in the world of Italian football. Um, Obviously, uh, I'm talking about Juventus. Juventus got a 15-point reduction sentence due to their involvement in price gouging players and basically faking the books in order to comply by the rules. Because of the incredible volume of operations they did, um, they have been heavily sentenced with minus 15. Now, this you won't see this in the Serie A website yet, but you will see it in other websites that Juve has already been put 15 points down less. And even though, like, basically what was said and just reading about it and just keeping up with it, Juventus is going to have an appeal, and they're going to try and see if they can take that reduction ban away. That might happen in February. But according to a lot of the channels and a lot of the lawyers and a lot of the lines that are talking about this, the possibility of Juventus being actually able to take those points back is very thin. But it is what it is. At this point, Juventus is 15 points down, and the Milan is has one less team to worry about, essentially. I mean, we don't need to worry about Juventus till the end of the season. Like they're out. Their season is completely finished. Okay, for us, it is an advantage. The fact that not only it is an advantage for us because we don't have to deal with Juventus breathing down our necks, but also because Milan is the only team that none of the newspapers are talking about, because they're talking about other teams too. There's Inter, there is Napoli, there's other teams. Milan is the only team that is not being spoken about because Milan did everything correctly. Milan's project is not to fake the books. Milan's project is to build a real sustainable club because they really care. They really care about creating a sustainable club in order to eventually build a club that can pay for itself. What else could we ask for? The only thing that we have to be, I guess, sacrifice is time, because obviously that can't happen right away, but it's something that takes time. But once it's built, once the final brick has been laid and the castle is built, you have a freaking fortress that nobody can penetrate. So, I mean, we got to be patient and we got to get to there. Right now, too much negativity um, being projected towards the players, towards Milan. I think people are just not capable of coping with defeat. People cope with defeat in a way that is just incredibly, in a way, like I'm having a tough time finding the right words because it's so dystopic. And then when the team starts winning again, all of a sudden, this is a great team. Pioli is the best. These players are the best. Blah blah blah. It's just basically you need to be able to manage your emotions, and you need to be able to see beyond the horizon. You need to be able to understand how things progress. You need to be able to understand that there's one thing there's one thing that us humans cannot control, and that is time. And time is moving forward. So of course the project has is following a timeline. And yeah, like this is why Milan is not being implicated in any of this, because Milan is actually thinking of, we have this timeline, we're going to build a club that is going to sustain itself, and that just means that you're not going to see us spend 200 millions on a winter market. You're not going to see us spend all this kind of money. We're going to build a team. We're going to build our own. We're going to create our own superstars. We're going to, of course, we're going to inject quality into the team when the opportunities arise, and we're going to do it diligently. And then eventually, we're going to work to the point where we have our own stadium, and that is the end goal. That is basically the final brick of this castle is the stadium. So once we have the stadium and we have built this sustainable infrastructure, Milan will be top. Will be nothing can hurt Milan because Milan can pay for itself. Milan will not need a billionaire owner anymore. Milan won't need a billionaire owner that is just creating fake revenues and fake sponsors. I mean, in England, their TV rights are so big that they can get away with this shit because I mean the TV rights are part of the revenue, so they have these huge TV rights that gives them the green light to spend as much money as they want in the market, and they could even go in red and recoup that money too because for them it's that easy. Um, but for us in Serie A, we obviously it's not like that. For us in Serie A, we have to get to A from B the long way. We have to do it the long way. But um, once we can achieve that, I mean, we are unstoppable. Like we're unstoppable. We're unstoppable. Now, I do think that this situation with Juventus is going to create some ripples in the system. Don't think that this Juventus thing is something that is just going to come and go. Elkan today is trying to boycott. Elkan, the owner of the club, is trying to boycott the Serie A. There's voices of Juventus not showing up to the next game. There is the fans. There want to get 10,000 of them want to go down to Rome to the FAEGC, the headquarters of the FAEGC. Juventus has declared war on the FAEGC. It is crazy what is happening right now. Like it is absolute. It is a war zone. Paratici has been suspended from Italian football for 2 months. Agnelli has been suspended for 2 years. Sorry, Agnelli has been suspended from Italian football. Cherubini is suspended from Italian football. Nedved, Buongiorno, all these guys have been suspended from Italian football for an amount of time. Like this is a really serious thing. It is a huge sanction. UEFA is saying that next year they and UEFA, of course, Seferin and Agnelli. This is Seferin's revenge. Seferin gets his revenge. UEFA is saying that that they don't want that they might disqualify Juventus for the next 3 seasons, starting next season in Europe. So Juventus without the competitions. We know where this is going to lead. This is going to lead to Paris, Real Madrid, Barcelona, and Juve. These three teams are going to do what they have set out to do because Barcelona and Real Madrid are still fighting. They're still in the courts right now. They are still, yes, Barcelona and Real Madrid, it's not a matter of, we can't do it anymore. It's a matter we have no choice but to do it. You know what what it is. You don't want to hear you don't want to hear the words because it offends you because you're offended when you hear those two words put together. But you know what it is. Barcelona and Real Madrid, both of them are not playing ball. They are saying, "Yo, we got to do it because if we don't do it, we cannot survive." Okay? And then the big actor in all of this was Agnelli with his godfather, or sorry, with Seferin, the godfather of his son, just stabbed him in the back. So now there's revenge. This is a Hollywood script that is going on right now in Italy, European football, and all of this shit. It's a Hollywood fucking script. It's a movie. Like, make a movie out of this. It's gonna sell. It's gonna sell like crazy. There's revenge in there. There's corruption. There is backstabbing. There's everything you need. Everything you need to have a great movie. But you know where this is going to go. I don't even need to say it. I don't need to say it. Guys, excuse me for a second. Excuse me for a second. Okay. So, sorry, let me get Antonio in here for. Yeah, so as I was saying, you know where this is going. You know what I'm talking about. But those two magic words. And Milan is involved in that. Because Milan knows that, yeah, that is a much faster way to get to where they want to get and where they deserve they should be, right? It is unfortunately something to be spoken about. I mean, it is not Milan's fault that in Italy the laws are the way they are, that the infrastructure is the way it is. It is not Milan's fault. That is the fault of the politicians, the economists, the bureaucracy, and the decision making, and etc. etc. But Milan knows that Milan is sitting on this huge. Milan is pretty much the fucking dragon in Lord of the Rings, sitting in this castle that is a treasure. It's a treasure, man. But they can't get out of the castle because the castle is the infrastructure that surrounds it. So you know where this is going, guys. You know where this is going. Give me a second. Let me get Antonio here. Okay, guys. Let me say hi to chat. What's up, Alan? How you doing? How's it going? Yes, Maldini and his team has the right approach. Hope we good to replace GM that left. Hmm. Bad excuse to not replace players like Kessie and Romagnoli. No one is asking for 100 million in the winter, but we can do with a billionaire. Vincent Vega. Oh yeah, Vincent Vega. Get me Super League right now. Yeah, you get it. Roy, what do you think of Chelsea giving players 8-year contracts so we don't have to deal with UEFA? I mean, clever, clever England for creating those laws so they can circumvent UEFA. Good for them. In Italy, it's only 5 years. It's decision making, it's law making. Milan is trapped. Milan is in a cage right now, and sooner or later, the events that happened today with Juventus is going to be one of the ignitions, one of the sparks that is going to ignite the Super League fire. You guys are going to see it. What's up, Antonio? How you doing?
Hey, Roy, how are you?
Good.
Listen, Roy, I heard you talking about Juventus, and
Yeah.
I think it's time, Roy, that
Yeah.
you finally admit that you were wrong about something.
About what? Go ahead.
So listen, you can deny this, but a long time ago on the channel,
Yeah.
especially when Lyard and I would talk about Juventus being corrupt and cheating all the time, like
Yeah.
you would always say that was like over exaggerated and like it wasn't significant.
Yeah,
But come on now.
for the most part, it is. But this time, obviously, they did something that was, I mean, they all did it via text, what's up. So you can't even make it a conspiracy theory. Like it is a fact because we have the evidence. What can you say? You can't really say anything.
It's like Red John's quote, like, if you do stuff that's illegal but you don't get caught, good for you. But if you don't.
Well, but that's the thing, we're going back to the Montari thing. I will always disagree with Montari thing, but whatever. I don't. The Montari issue, the reason why me and Larry have this conversation was because I disagree with Montari thing. But I don't disagree with Montari. Maybe they did pay the refs. Maybe they actually did pay the refs. My problem with that season was not the Montari goal. Was that we had a super team, but we were playing like shit that whole season. And the fact that Milan made the Montari goal the excuse to why we lost that season, I felt that was just weak, cringe, and did not want to have any part in defending what I was seeing with my eyes every time I'd watch an AC Milan match.
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's a big momentum game, and I think it played a big role, but we don't have to get into that too much. I do want to bring up the point um, about this, like the modern football world. I mean, like you said, I do, as much as I don't like Juventus, and I think that they should be punished for what they did. Um, I think also this is showing why, and the importance of connections and like relationships in football, like with UEFA. We have Juventus, who's been a target of UEFA because of the owner and Agnelli, and now it looks like Seferin's getting his revenge. As he's in, I think they're involved, and
Sefer Seferin's Revenge. That's the
yeah,
name of the movie. That's the name of the movie right there.
yeah. But I think clubs in England and PSG will do this as well. I mean, not the same exact thing, of course, but there's just not really any enforcement of rules. But this is being enforced, which is a little bit strange. I mean, it's predictable, but I think it's a little unfair for Juventus to an extent. But do I want them to suffer? Yes, of course, because I don't like Juventus. And plus, easier top four for us if they
Well, but
suffer.
bending the rules. But let's say, look, I think it was Chelsea, Man City, PSG, a lot of teams that let's say kind of didn't really bend the rules, but just went over the line a little bit, or yeah, a little bit. They got fined. But what Juventus did was over the limits. Like they changed their whole books. They paid their players under the table, and they had this whole system to circumvent financial fair play. And when it's all there and it's all there recorded on WhatsApp, like that's a big deal. It's much bigger deal than what like PSG does or what all these other teams do.
Yeah, it's different. It's very. They were kind of doing it in very like sort of informal, weird ways. They're obviously very corrupt, which I think. I mean, I know our owners could be very well corrupt, but I don't think our club is corrupt in the way that it's run. But the other thing about PSG is what I was trying to touch on was just the lack of enforcement of FFP rules, and I just think there needs to be a complete like a restructure of these rules because it's just there's no consistency with how they are enforced. Um, I know that what Juventus did morally and the way that they were doing it is wrong, but at the same time, you have countries that are just using the wealth of entire nations, or sorry, teams that are using the wealth of entire nations um, to fund them, which is just you just can't really compete with that. So I think that's also another issue. But
But that's are they doing anything illegal though?
well, yes, in the sense that
How?
they're because they're using the sponsorship loophole
Right.
to
Okay.
to
Sure. And
basically
that's
like
there
they're
we
abusing
agree.
that.
We
Yeah.
agree. We agree on this for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, listen, that was I'm not the most informed because I don't like read all of the football FFP rules, but I remember I did see something about that and Rohit did he said he looked them over and he told me about that was clearly a rule and like that's a loophole that they're exploiting because there has to be some FFP thing that
No,
limits
that's a well-known
PSG.
thing. It's a well-known thing. Yeah, I mean, in the newspapers. You read about it often. Yeah, it's a loophole, and that's what Juventus also does it. Yeah, teams do it.
I mean, if you ask me if Milan, you know, if Milan had the opportunity to abuse the rules and not get caught, at this point, I might say let's do it because we need some help. Uh,
Well, the thing that Milan did abuse the laws, it wasn't as bad as what. Obviously, nowhere close to what Juventus did, and we had that season where we had to decide: are we going to play in Europe or we're going to pay these fines? So, they decided we're going to sacrifice Europe. So Milan is like Milan is being very responsible. Milan is the kid that goes to school, wakes up 6 a.m. in the morning, cleans up, goes to school, is very careful in every single lesson. As soon as he goes home, does his homework, and then he goes out and play. Like that's Milan right now. Hey, thank you for the super chat, super sticker. Hi, Shimodan, I really appreciate it. Thank you, my man. So essentially, like Milan is not implicated in any of this stuff because they're doing it correctly. They're doing it the right way. Which brings me to what I was talking about earlier: is that the right way means that we have to wait longer, and we just got to be patient.
I mean, have you seen Chelsea's transfers?
Yeah, yeah, they're insane.
It's
Absolutely insane.
unbelievable.
Yeah, Mudrik, Nkunku, Madueke, Felix, João Felix, Fofana, some other guys. Um, it is insane. They're rebuilding their whole squad, but that means that a lot of players are leaving. So it's going to be. I wonder which players
Yeah, but I'm
could
sorry, but the
be.
players that are leaving are not that good. Like I don't think Milan should be. Milan is probably gonna try to get some of them because that's what all that we can afford. But
Right. Yeah.
um, looks
Well,
like they
Ziyech is the one.
yeah. But I don't really like Ziyech to be honest.
I think. I think if you park one of these players for Milan for the next 6 months, it could be very beneficial. Um, a Ziyech on loan or maybe Zaniolo. Zaniolo now, basically, what's happening with Zaniolo is Zaniolo has said no to Roma, so Zaniolo is on the market, and Tottenham is on Zaniolo, but Paratici now has this ban on him, and in England, the Tottenham fans are very angry at Paratici also because of the results. So now, because of this ban he has with Italian football, they might have to abandon the Zaniolo target, which
Wait, so
opens
right?
up
Can you
the
explain
doors.
that? So the ban on Paratici is what? Like that he can't get involved with Italian clubs or
I know he cannot work in Italy. I don't know if that means he can't do like transfer with other clubs from Italy, but all I know is that right now he does have this 2 year ban, and that the Tottenham fans are aggravated. They're pissed off. They want the whole management out.
that's honestly crazy.
Yeah, it's a war.
Hey, Roy,
It's a
did you
no-
see the last Tottenham game?
I know it was 2-0, then it ended 4-2.
Mares was unbelievable that game. He was in a great game.
Maris?
Yeah, I think he's one of my favorite current players. He's just great to watch.
Yeah. I don't care too much about Maris, to be honest with you. They're complaining about Man City.
Yeah, I mean, Man City spends money.
Yeah. What do you think about this topic here about spending money? I mean, look at these teams that just spent money. I mean, this is what happens. Why is Juve in this situation? Juve is in this situation because they had to spend 85 million on Delit. Guys, imagine if we spent 85 million on Delit. It would be suicide. This is why we got into that chaos with financial fair play a few years ago because we spent 250 million on Shalanoglu, Rodriguez, Biglia, blah blah blah, Borini,
That's some
and
of the worst spending I've ever
I mean,
seen.
but it's not that different. If you pay Delit 85 million, it's like paying 30 million for Chalanoglu. Like in that, I mean, just a. Of course, you're going to have to fake your books because these players are not going to give you results just because they cost a lot. It makes no sense.
Yeah, but I think. See, listen, I'm not saying I like what Chelsea's doing, but Chelsea is at least spending that money on younger players, which
Oh my
is
god.
better.
No, no, forget about it. I mean, Chelsea just got everybody's what they did with Mudrik. Chelsea can play with a 4-2-3-1, and in that attacking third, you have Mudrik on the left, and Kunku as attacking midfielder, and Madueke as the right,
And Joao Felix is on the bench.
and you have Joao Felix on the bench.
But I don't think Nkunku's going to go until next year, right?
Yeah, yeah, for next
Yeah.
year. Yeah, next year. This year they can do that with Joao Felix as the number 10. So they are
That's a
setting
pretty good.
this.
That's not too bad. They're still missing a striker though, like a number 9.
Yeah, and I
But
think, I think there's one coming from Italy.
who, Vlahovic?
Yep,
Really?
you heard it here first, guys. You heard it here first. But Vlahovic might leave in January to Chelsea. They're trying to get Marcus Thuram right now,
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
but Vlahovic
In
is.
my opinion, Marcus. I mean, I used to like Marcus Thuram, but after seeing him, I don't like him too much.
Why
Like,
not?
I don't think he's like
His
if
numbers are really good in Germany.
for yeah, but what I've noticed is a lot of people's numbers are really good in Germany. When I watched him play
Yeah, I
for
know.
France, he looks very. I don't like the way he dribbles. He looks kind of sloppy, and also he's not really. Besides, outside of the Bundesliga, I don't really see him scoring a lot of goals. So it's not for me. I don't think he's
He's
worth
not.
what he's
He's
doing.
not like a top level guy. Yeah, nobody's saying that.
No,
Nobody's saying he's a top level striker.
I mean for
But
Milan it would be good
but
because
yeah, for Milan it'd be good to have him in the rotation. He doesn't even need to be the one. He can just be in the rotation.
no.
What do you guys think about Pulisic? Would he be a good fit at Milan? Mario Ramos asks. I think in this Milan today, yes, he could be a good resource, especially because I think Milan right now needs a lot of quality in the second third, and any player that can come in and bring in a little bit more quality, I think is welcome. Right now, just park him at Milan, I would do that. If it's just a parking him at Milan with no ties, I would do that. What about you, Anthony?
I mean, I've never been the biggest Christian Pulisic fan, but like you said, I mean, the attacking third is just so poor that we need something, and I think getting him would be to play number 10 maybe. Would probably. I mean, I would like it, rather than us not doing anything, which we'll probably will do this January. I think we should try to get whoever we can filling in that role because we lack attacking quality like significantly, and we're struggling.
Yes, and I think that Pioli needs to change the system. He needs to go to the same formation that he played against Juve.
Hey, Roy, I want to do a tactical analysis.
Yes.
All right, okay, let's do it.
Um. Uh,
I actually want to speak with you about this. I want to hear what you have to say about our current issues.
okay. Go ahead.
Well, no, I just want to see like what if you pull up the board, we can talk. I mean, I'm just
Oh, okay.
curious because I was talking with my dad and some other people just about Milan and trying to pinpoint what the problem is. My dad is pretty convinced that we need to change the formation.
To a what? Let's see.
He thinks three at the back for now.
Do you have a back? No.
He said as long as Tato Rosano's in goal, he wants to play three at the back.
That's not a good idea. Why three at the back? Three at the back is like pretty much you're going to start a war.
I mean, I think it to solidify our defense because we're struggling so much defensively.
I don't think we need three at the back to solidify the defense. I'll show you. I'll go through.
But also, it's important that we have to play more compact, within like 25 meters. Like the whole team needs to move up and down, has to play together, has to be a cohesive unit. We can't be leaving huge spaces between our the lines. But my favorite formation personally is a 4-3-3. But
yeah, 4-2-3 is a good formation.
Yeah, I mean, I like having a really defensive midfielder, a good central midfielder that has high work rate, and then like a slightly attacking midfielder, but also someone with high work rate. I think Brahim could be that player, but he's been tasked to go further up the pitch, so I would rather have someone who's more like stabilized. And right now, that could be Vranks, that could be Krunic.
Oh my god!
What's up?
Huh?
What did you say?
No. Hold on.
Okay.
So what? But you're three at the back, and then what? What else did your dad say?
I know I said 4-3-3, but
no, your dad.
I didn't ask him too much, but he says I feel like he wants to play 3-man midfield, and then with like maybe Benacer, Tonali, Vranks or something, and then or he's no sorry 3-4-3. He said Leao, Giroud, and someone else up top. Maybe Diaz.
3-4-3. Okay, we'll explore the 3-4-3. I mean, a 3-4-3 could be interesting. We can explore that. So, first of all, in my very knowledgeable opinion, I think that our issue can be solved simply by playing with the same formation as always. But on this side, your favorite player, Salamakers, needs to be there all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I understand why you would say that. For me, though, on the ball,
it doesn't matter. You see, you already started in the wrong. You already started with the wrong idea.
Yeah, but he's going to touch the ball. So.
Yeah, but you don't. He's going to touch balls, right? But you don't need him to be messy. You just need him to play simple. What you need Salamakers to do because of your formation is much more important than him being a creative player. It's about balance. Anyway, go ahead. Let me hear.
What do you want to hear?
Let me hear some shop. Come on.
Oh, about Salamakers? I don't really...
No, about the formation.
Well, for me, the thing is, I don't think it's as much about the formation as it is about the mentality and the compactness. But personally, I would play. First of all, I would consider starting the other goalkeeper.
Wait, hold on. Let's start. Let's create some rules here first.
Sure.
Let's start with the 4-2-3-1, the formation that he plays. Yeah. Okay. So that's rule number 1. And okay, so you would start with Vasquez instead.
I mean, I don't know. I have to see how he is in training because we don't have any like real good footage, like too much footage about him. I've seen a little bit, but we don't. He's very, very new, so we don't know. But I don't like Tatarusanu, so if he looks good, I would consider starting him.
Okay, all right. Okay. What about the rest of the 4?
The back four, I know that Tomori and Kalulu are our best center backs when they're in good form, but they need to be like not I don't want to punish them, but we need to honestly consider like alternatives because it's been too many games in a row. I mean, yes, our best lineup is with them in, but I would like to even see a little bit of rotation.
Okay, so this is what I think. I think this defense right here is monstrously good. Like
Yeah, but
these,
they're not monstrously good now.
but
That's the
that is not because of just because of their form. I mean, form can be subjective to different
I
variants.
agree, but individual mistakes that I've been seeing are shocking. Like
The
recently.
individual mistakes are mistakes that are being forced upon you, right? Because of just force inertia. And that's something that in football you can help defenders do that. As a matter of fact, a defender's job is to make sure that the goalkeeper either doesn't need to save a ball, or if the goalkeeper does save a ball, it's an easy save. This is how a defender positions himself when someone is trying to take a shot. You want to always position yourself in accordance to the shot that is being taken against you will be an easy save for your goalkeeper. That's the goal. Okay, but then the same thing happens for the midfielders and the defenders. Right now, if you don't play Salamakers with this formation, you can't do that because in order to do that, you have to be close. And what we saw against Inter is exactly what you're seeing on this screen. It was exactly like this. You had Messias and Leao that did no work whatsoever. Benacer had to take care of all of this space, and Tonali had to take care of all of this space. And Diaz was covered by the three defenders and the three midfielders. He had nothing there. So it was just them two and these four. Uh, okay, easy solution. Either you take Messias out, you play Salamakers because with Salamakers the formation becomes a 4-3-1-2, right? And then Diaz can come and close the spaces because Salamakers is going to play the whole line. Salamakers is going to play the whole line, and you see him go all around the field to help, so he's always there. And then Leao and Giroud can be up top, fucking drinking a pina colada, and when the ball comes to them, they do their thing. But as long as you have at least four players in your middle that are closing spaces, then the rest comes naturally. Kalulu and Tomori are going to have much better games. Even Tatarusano is going to look good. They're all going to look good. But when you only play with four and two midfielders, you take away the wings, and then, of course, everybody's going to look bad. Tomori is going to be isolated. Nobody's going to help Tomori. So in a 4-2-3-1, all you have to do to fix this is play Salamakers always. That's the only player we have right now that can accommodate that balance. And probably when Diaz is out, well, Diaz is playing well right now, but maybe when Krunic is back, you can put Krunic there, and it's going to be even more defensive. Yeah, we have to be more conservative. Yeah, 100%. Okay, that's my analysis on the 4-2-3-1. Now you know what I think. You tell me what you think.
I mean, I don't know if once again, like we could play our best lineup by name, but I do think that we need to consider giving other players some opportunities, like players like maybe Chiao or um I mean Kjaer was pretty poor this past game. Um,
In
so it's
hindsight,
tough.
Kalulu should have played there. In hindsight, Kalulu should have played. Kjaer obviously is not in form. You could see that he was struggling to keep the formation. But again, the thing is, like, these players are going to look like that when they're completely isolated.
Well, I
So
agree with to an
that,
extent with that.
well, no, no, no. But that is not just an extent. That's a reality that you have to deal
Well,
with.
of course, but then you also have to admit that like Tomori getting turned with a ball like that that's an individual defensive mistake,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, yes, yes, yeah. If you want to witch hunt and you want to point a finger,
I
you
love
go
Tomori.
you go for you go it's Tomori's fault. It's Tomori's fault. But when you're analyzing a game, you can't just really analyze that instant that we lost the play.
Sure,
You have
sure.
to analyze how did we get there.
Sure. No, I'm just saying,
That's the thing.
but I am saying that individual mistakes have been more frequent than usual.
Yes, and I'm
Okay.
and I'm and I'm
So that is a
suggesting
problem. Yes.
that with an unbalanced team, you're going to get more than usual individual mistakes. Because listen, you say Tomori, right? Quick to blame Tomori.
For
But
that one goal.
how come nobody is saying Leao made mistakes? I saw Leao take out
Oh, he
two
was
sat.
poor. He
I
was
saw
poor as
Leao
well.
take out 3 or 4 satellites out of the
Yeah,
sky.
He was
I
poor.
saw Giroud take out 3 or 4 satellites out of the sky.
Of course.
Why am I hearing Tomori made the mistake? But no,
Well,
everybody doesn't play well.
of course, I agree. But what I'm saying is, I was talking about defensively because we're conceding a bunch of goals, and I chose to point out the defensive mistakes that I saw, whether it was the pass from Kalulu against Lecce, or the Tomori mistake against Inter. But of course, if we're more compact,
That was a clear mistake. That Kalulu there that was a brain fart, and that was a clear mistake.
So listen, of course the team needs to play more compact, better, and everyone is playing better. Giroud's layout, hold up play was terrible. Macias didn't do anything. Leao was just shooting from far away without I agree. I was just pointing out the individual defensive mistakes, but yes, those defenders will be put in worse positions more often when the whole team is playing bad. I agree. I'm just saying that I do expect more from them. So I want them to have a little bit of pressure on them just to get, to be on their toes a bit more. But yeah, I mean, I agree. Personally, I think we need to solidify the midfield, and I would love for us to try playing without a number 10 and maybe just a more central midfielder.
Okay.
The
So
problem is, sorry, go ahead.
I'm going to set it up. I'll set it up. Um, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say the problem is we weren't after losing Kessie, we didn't invest in like a developed midfielder, and we have Ranks and Pobega who can play those roles.
Pobega, you put him in a midfielder 3 today, he's going to kick your ass. He's going to ball
So
out.
I mean, hopefully, but
no, hopefully.
I mean, so
the guy is ready. The guy is mature now.
Well, my point was, I just want to see if those players can step up in that, like Ranks or Pobega in that midfield of 3, because I think it would be very solid.
But it wouldn't be even Pobega. Pobega will be your second choice. Your first choice should be Krunic.
Yeah.
You put Krunic, Benacer, Tonali there. But I think Pobega probably will give you a little bit more quantity than Krunic. Krunic might give you a little bit more of maybe tidiness on the ball. Pobega does attack. He does get goals. Pobega is a midfielder that also get goals. He's very similar to Ambrosini. You put Pobega today. This is how we beat Juventus 4-2, right? This is how we beat Juventus 4-2. If this was in CDK, this was Diaz. But I think our best formation is this today. Today, if we want to put our best formation, this is our best formation.
Wow. Look who you brought in.
Yep. And the formation that gave us the best results was the formation that Pioli used in the Champions League, which was with Krunic.
When was the last time Rebic played?
He played the last game.
Oh, did he get subbed in at the end? Yeah.
This formation here won us 2 games in the Champions League 4-0. This formation right here.
They're both healthy now, right?
Who?
Krunic and Rebic?
No, not Krunic. But this formation right now is probably your best formation. Just fucking play Rebic as an attacking midfielder, winger / everything, striker, winger, attacking midfielder. You give him all 3. You give him freedom to play there. Then he doesn't have to do too much defending. Like a 4-3-3, 4-3 in the middle. Of course they have to go down. Both Leao and Rebic have to do their work. But when you have 5 midfielders, the space. Look, there's no space, right? So you don't have to do that much work if because there's you're covering much more. You don't have to cover much space. Work is based on how much work you have to do. When Benacer and Tonali are here alone, look how much work they have to do to cover the midfield, right? Look at that. Of course, when you have three, five midfielders, of course, every player has less space to work with. So it's easier to cover. It's just you make it easy for each other. And then you have the one floater. Um, yeah, like that. Simple. Boom. You got it. It's solid in the middle. Nothing is going to go through the middle. The attack is good for counterattacks. And then you have Theo coming in as the third striker, and then you have Giroud the finalizer. Finished. Pobega does his inside runs, and he gets goals. Tonali does his inside runs, he gets goals. Benacer stays here. You keep Calabria a little bit more conservative. Right there, Tomori, bam, 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 bim. That's it. You're done. You have balanced. You have balance now, and you can all play together, close together instead of spread apart. Shop, Antonio, shop.
Roy's football.
All right. Now, what do you think?
Well, I know I said 4-3-3. My dad likes a three-man back line with Tatarusanu. So I don't know. I don't like a three-man back line or anything, but I mean, we do need to address the defensive. Well, yeah, I know
Yeah.
you're gonna say that. Yes, we can
What?
help the defense out by playing with the whole team and covering
Yeah,
space. Yeah,
that's
yeah,
easy.
but
That's easy.
but we'll see. I mean, we'll see what
I mean,
happens.
that's an easy solution.
We're conceding like it's nothing. By the way, I do want to say this. I don't think I got to speak. Well, I did a little bit because I was barely in the stream. Um, but my thoughts on the game are this. I don't know if I made this clear. I didn't really care once I was watching the game because I knew, first of all, I knew we were in poor form, and it's the trophy. It doesn't matter too much, or whatever. Um, it is pretty much our best chance of winning a trophy, or it was our best chance of winning a trophy. And but after I was reflecting, and I am like very disappointed in the way we played. We had no dignity. We didn't seem prepared. We looked like we were kind of a disgrace. We looked awful. And worse, not only did we play that bad, but against our rivals who scored 3 goals against us, matched our Super Copa trophy total. Now they tied us, and I've just been disrespecting us now. I mean, so that I am very disappointed in that. But when I was watching it, I wasn't. So I'm just gonna say that it was pretty disgusting to like watch, and I've kind of been trying to avoid watching anything related to that ever since. I mean, it was bad, and I hope that we can bounce back. I don't know how you probably don't feel the same way, but
No, I mean, listen. We knew we were in a bad moment. We knew we were in a bad moment, and they're not in a good moment either. It was they actually did not start like they did not start the game, that well. They had just a little bit more than us, just a tiny little bit more of us. But as soon as they opened us up once, twice, it was game over. Like Milan already gave up, and Inter
Roy,
had all the inertia.
Let's read some comments because
Okay,
people.
go ahead, read it. I'm setting up this formation.
I'll read your comments, Bellini. I think Maldini and co are awaiting a colpo di scena in the last days of the Mercato Invernale. In the last days of Gennaio, maybe something for free on a loan, etc. I mean, we've always said that, but how often has that happened with our owners? I mean, maybe, but I doubt it. Personally, I don't believe it until I see it with these owners.
Uh, I think so. I think yes, because it is the last days that the opportunities arise for the teams that have less uh, resources. So maybe, but maybe the team is also just going to stay the way it is. I mean, maybe Maldini is honest when he says he just wants everybody to be free. To just wants to recover all the injuries. Maybe he's being honest. But they don't want to get another player. I want to talk about this formation because what does your dad mean? 3-4-3 with Messias there, 3-4-3 with Salamakers there, 3-4-3 with who
I
there?
th- I would think I don't know if he meant Calabria or Salamakers. One of those two. I think probably Salamakers. I'm not sure.
And what about up top? Leao, Giroud, and who?
Either Diaz or I'm not exactly sure.
All right, whatever. Let's put this. Okay. Hmm.
What do you think?
Well, my issue is that I don't really like three at the back. I don't like three at the back, even though three at the back does have it. Essentially, the reason why I don't like three at the back is this: because um, when you squash a team, you have this one player here in the back that is just waiting and doing nothing, and it's kind of a waste. I think like it's unnecessary. Like I would rather have that player in here rather than back here. So that's the first reason why I don't like three at the back. That's the reason number one. Um, but of course you can make it work. I just think it's three at the back is just like you're being way too conservative. Like you don't need to be that conservative. You can be a little bit liberal. You can be a little bit liberal.
Communist.
You can be a little bit of a commie for sure. Um, so yeah, but whatever. Like this is how Gasperini likes to play. It works for Gasperini. He does a really good job. His football looks good.
Lookman looks really good recently.
Lookman is looking good.
Oh, and their striker.
Hoyland,
Yeah,
he is looking really good too.
yeah.
He's looking really good.
Maldini was watching their game. Uh, CDK is becoming the next Mastor. I mean, I don't. I think Mastor was
Why? Hold on. We have a disagreement. Why do you disagree?
open
With
the
it?
line. Open.
I know.
Let me.
I've sent the link in the chat,
Oh, it's in the chat.
in the WhatsApp chat.
Oh, okay. No Vincent Vega tonight.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't like three at the back. I just don't like it. I think it's just a waste of defenders. And also, three at the back, if you play a high line three at the back, and let's say these two players that get caught high, then you're really wide open. You're really wide open. You're really wide open. Well, but no. But this is what I'm saying. I'm looking at it from the perspective of a team that dominates the field. That's what I'm saying. From the perspective of a team that dominates the field, when you bring your players up to the half, and let's say they have a double decker bus in there, you have and you have this guy here, right? Like the reset point. The way I like football, I'm not saying what's wrong or what's right. I'm saying how I like football. I'd rather take more chances and keep this guy up here. Like if the ball is the thing is like this guy here doesn't ever touch the ball. Once you dominate a team and you own possession, it's just these guys. You don't even need to go back here. So so you literally have one guy that is wasted. I mean, I see some teams they bring him up here, but again, Like I don't need to have this trifecta right here, this pyramid. I don't need it. I can have a square right there. The square works perfectly fine because you can manipulate a square however you want. Like I'm just saying me. I don't like having that extra player there. It's a waste for me. I want to like to have sharper fangs. Too much shop, huh? I'm talking too much shop tonight.
Shop.
Come on, Antonio, show me some shop.
All right, so we're gonna play Pep Tactics. Nah. I don't know. Honestly, I would like us to have I don't really know what the exact issue is. I think we should play more compact. I think that we need in the attack we need something else because we need to be a little bit more, you know, dynamic. Also, one point I wanted to make is substitutes or bench players are on another level than ours. I mean, I think they can sub both their wing backs and they can put in Dumfries and Gosens, and they have
Um,
Darmian and Dimarco. Like unbelievable.
I you're wrong and you're right at the same time. You know
I love
why?
how you have the objective truth, Roy.
Yes, I do. I think when our team is fully fit and everybody's performing at a good level, I think we have maybe 15 players more advanced they do. They just maybe have 17 or just a few more numbers. But in the full context of 16 players you can play in one game, I think we have the edge over them. Right now, with so many players out, it looks like we're terrible, and it is the situation we are. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do think though that their bench is better. I mean, I still have that.
I mean, okay, so
They're
well,
missing
okay.
Brozovic and other players too.
If you look at the midfield, right, we have Pobega, Krunic, Tonali, Benacer, right? That's our midfield, and then ranks. They have Brozovic, Çalhanoğlu, Barella, uh,
And you're gonna
Mkhitaryan,
hate me for this.
Aslan,
You're
and
gonna hate me
Doucouré.
for this, but I think let's take away Benacer and Tonali and Brozovic and Barella, like the two best midfielders from both teams.
Yeah,
I think that the rest of Inter's midfielders, Çalhanoğlu, and I know. Listen, I'm
but
not saying.
Çalhanoğlu is more like a Diaz. It's either Çalhanoğlu or Diaz. It's one of those two.
Yeah, well, listen, I know that we have younger players that could get better, but as of now, Çalhanoğlu and even Mkhitaryan, I think, and who else do they have? I mean, Aslani hasn't been that good this season, but he's still growing. Um, who else is in their midfield? Well, those two players I think are better than I think Çalhanoğlu is better than Diaz personally. Like, I mean, I don't like saying that, but I think he's a pretty good player.
Oh my God, those are fighting words. Okay, so I'm reading something here about what Nathan said. He says, but having one back as high line sweeper is not pointless. I think it is. That's just my opinion, bro. I'm not saying it's not. If you want to play with one, sure, play with one. I don't think a team needs to play one. And if anything, we can't. Can't you just keep the second back, the two back, and the one in the middle up higher? Well, how higher? Because if it's up higher here, then it's the same. It's still with that man in the middle there. But if it's up higher here, like who would you want there? I would want like a striker there, an attacker, a attacking midfielder, not a Van Dyke to come up here and play in this position or in the middle. I would want someone with the qualities of an attacker. It's just my opinion, man. This is not wrong or right. People play with this formation. Some teams succeed with this formation. I just don't like it. I think it's a waste of resources. That's all. That's how I like football. That's just my opinion. All right, what were we talking about, Antonio? Yeah, Inter. They have a better bench. Okay.
Okay, that's all I
Yeah.
wanted to say.
Yeah. They probably do have a better bench. Yeah.
Uh, I hope we can invest.
Um. I think that I'll say something though. In hindsight, if Pioli played Kalulu and Salamakers, we could have won that game.
I mean, that's kind of a stretch. We were playing like it was a lot of our players playing
Why do
too.
you always need to send me to the shop?
What?
You're sending me back to shop. Now I have to go back to shop again.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you why.
Yeah, I know you can say like your scenarios, but
Yeah.
our team has been terrible,
But
man.
it's not about scenarios, it's about qualities. It's about qualities.
But technically, if you replay any game, you can win.
No, in hindsight, everybody's a genius. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with that concept. Definitely agree with that concept. But if you played with these players here, what would have happened?
All
The
right.
thing, are you ready
Well,
for? Are you ready for some shop?
yeah. Go ahead. Move your players.
All
Predict
right.
if you no. Use your
No,
hindsight. Predict the.
I'll use my hindsight. And no, it's not my hindsight. I just use what we already know. Tomori and Kalulu can play a high line. Okay, so that means that they can play closer to the midfielders. And okay, you're playing with a higher line, but you're playing more compact. So in that game, because we were stretched so much, I mean, Kjaer was one of the reasons why we were stretched so much. Obviously, we saw that he couldn't really stay behind players. He's not fit. Kalulu, we know, is fit. So Tomori, Kalulu, higher line, less space. And it's not like they have players that can run over the line and whatever. So, and then Salamakers can add to that because Salamakers plays the whole wing. So all of a sudden, we would have looked like this, essentially. Let's put Diaz there since he likes to go very low. We would have defended like this. But instead, because we had Kjaer, we had to play a little bit lower because of his qualities. Because we had Messias on this side, Messias was much higher. It was stretched. Shop, Antonio. This is Shop 101.
Yeah. Hey, Roy. Random question.
What?
What would you do in a zombie apocalypse?
Oh my god. Huh?
What would you do in a zombie apocalypse?
What would I do in a zombie apocalypse? I would uh I would look for a supermarket first.
Yeah. I'm watching a zombie show right now, so it's just
And then I would look for a supermarket and seal it off. I would do that. And then stay there as long as I can, and that you can stay there for like a few months, right?
mhm.
Because you have everything you need there. But the problem is going to be people, not zombies, because the other people are going to want to get in too.
Yeah. Would you need guns though?
Oh, of course, you need guns, you need weapons.
Or are you familiar with like are you you comfortable with arms?
The A2.
Nah, you're from you're in California, man. You're much in those softy state.
No. I'm okay. Yeah, the Second Amendment, totally. Yeah, of course you need weapons. You need guns. You need pointy things. You need baseball bats. You need javelins, spears, axes, anything you can find. Guns.
Holy crap! There's a zombie trying to get this little kid.
What are you watching?
I'm watching The Walking Dead.
Oh, really? What season are you in?
I just so season 2 of the first episode. I just started like a few weeks ago, actually, because I've just been watching a bunch of older stuff that I never got into.
Okay, that shit. Yeah, I saw that a long time ago.
It's
What would
it's
you do
actually
in
it's good.
What would you do in a zombie apocalypse?
I would try to first of all I'd find a group of people if I could that because I think you need to kind of work together. You need teamwork. I would try to base up. Like you said, supermarkets are good. If it depends, it depends on the situation. Sometimes you have to go to places where you can't be found. Like it depends on the type of zombies. Like if they can like smell you, you have to be mindful. If they can hear you,
Oh, zombies can't smell you.
well, in The Walking Dead they can.
They can.
Yeah, they can hear you.
They can hear you. They can actually. They can do it. They can see you, hear you, and okay, yeah.
Ugh.
What kind of weapons would you get?
Well, guns are loud, but
Oh
they
my
can
god.
they get the job done.
Okay, so what would you get?
Well, guns are the easiest to like to they get the job done fast. So probably those. But
That's a good one. A military base.
oh yeah, but sometimes the military bases get overrun and stuff.
No, he's right. Military bases have everything. They have weapons. They have shops. They have.
Damn, this season started off crazy.
Yeah, I agree,
Like
Nathan. There, I would
wow.
go for a. But okay, the thing about military bases that, I mean, like, how are you going to get to a military base? Like
They're not gonna let you in.
if you are in a suburban area or if you are in downtown, whatever, the closest thing to you is not going to be a military base. So military base would be like your maybe third objective, right? Maybe your first objective um, would be look for a place where you can bunker down initially, get resources, find out where is the base, how do I get there. I think so, yeah. Step by
Roy,
step.
would you if we were stuck together with like a group of people during the apocalypse, like
Yeah.
would you trust me?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
No, because there's no such thing as when it's like that. There's no such thing as survival becomes.
So you would like screw everyone over, you selfish bastard? Like that's what you're saying?
No, no, I wouldn't. But I wouldn't trust anybody ever.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, yeah, but okay. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't trust us, but
Trust you.
yeah. This girl's dumb.
Uh, I don't know, man. I think you would
You
like
kind of
stab.
have to trust other
I
people.
think you would stab everybody in the back.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Yeah, I
Dude,
think you'd stab everybody
you
in
have
the
to
back.
trust other people to an extent.
You'd totally stab everybody in the back. You have to trust people to an extent, right? But I think that no, honestly speaking, and I'm just talking about honest speaking. Have you ever been in the wild? Have you ever been like in the in the wild, essentially in the wild?
I've been away from like the indoors for a long period of time. I haven't been like, you know, fighting for my life against like bounty hunters and animals. No.
Well, when you are in the wild, it becomes survival of the fittest,
Yeah, I know
and
natural selection. I'm not.
that is not a decision. That is a behavior because we're wired to survive. So everybody is it's everybody is basically their own team at that point when it becomes
Yeah, I
survival.
understand, but but that's why. But if you can group up, we're also a social species, and if I've been watching a lot of different zombie shows.
But you got to realize, okay, 24 hours. There's no entertainment. There's no just relaxing, chilling out, and
No shit, we
hey,
don't
hey,
have
you
to
want to
find
go
a
get
job.
us coffee at Starbucks? No, it's just like you are.
Dude,
It's
I'm
the
not some. You
apocalypse.
think I'm like some little softy? Like, dude, I know I can do my responsibility.
Yeah, you can't fuck around. So any moment can become your last moment.
Bro, you'd be the worst person to be with in a zombie apocalypse.
Like, would I go out of my way to save someone?
Um, would you? No.
Would you?
Yeah, if I cared about them enough. Well, easier said than done. But you don't really know. Like, if let's say they're like someone that I cared about was bought like behind me getting attacked by zombies, and I had the chance to escape, and they were basically dead already. It has to be like a logical thing.
Oh yeah, of course, of course, of course. Um, yeah, it's hard to say. I guess it depends. It depends on many factors. Have you talked about Juve getting points deducted? Yes, we have.
Best news.
Now maybe Napoli gets some points deducted for Osimhen, and then that's it. Season belongs to it's us and Inter. We're going to be fighting for it. A lot of people think that our season is finished. Uh, I don't know why, but our season is not finished. Like we still have a small chance of winning this with it, but we can definitely, if Napoli gets points deducted, it's just us and Inter, nobody else.
Napoli gets points deducted.
If
Why would they?
because of Osimhen, the Osimhen operation.
Oh, what happened with that?
It was just one of these plus Valencia cases.
Wow.
Um, very, very. See, I don't know. I know 8 teams were acquitted today. I don't know if Napoli was one of those teams. I know there's another tier of teams that are going to be investigated. The first tier of teams, all of them were nine. There were 9 of them. Only one got sanctioned, and that was Juve. The other 8 did not get sanctioned. I don't know exactly. I can't remember which if Napoli was involved was there. So I don't know if let's say they are in the second tier, which is lighter sentences, lighter sanctions. Um, it is because of the Osman case, which was a plus Valenza. They have to argue. They're arguing.
Bro.
But Tottenham is doing even worse than Milan. So we even in this bad situation that we are in, Tottenham is even in a worse situation. So I think there are good reasons to be positive, but also knock on wood.
Yeah. Man, as long as we don't get fined, we're good.
Yeah. All right, man. Listen. Any things you want to discuss?
Oh, sorry about that. Another survival situation. No, I'm just kidding. Um, I don't know, Roy. What do you think the most important thing is? Going forward. Like, what do we need to fix?
Just
The
information
first
for now.
issue, the formation. Like, you think that's the problem?
Yeah, I think you can solve this issue just by adding a midfielder. 4-3-2-1. You take out Diaz, and I'll show you right now, and I'll show you the second options too. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2-1. 4-3-2 Do 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 do. Okay, so that's the first team. That's the first team, and then this would be the hierarchy. So here you would have. I mean, Diaz can play either Diaz for here or Diaz for there, so it doesn't really matter. But essentially, let's put how do we do it? Okay. So you have Diaz and Messias for Rebic. You have Origi for Leao, CDK for any of these three positions, but mostly for Giroud. That's how you organize the offense. Salah makers can be deployed also here if you want to close it down more, or in the midfield line. I mean, essentially, that's what he's doing. Kjaer for it, blah, blah. And here, Krunic for Bubega. Boom.
No thanks.
What the fuck was that?
No thanks.
Vranks is the last option. What happened to your voice? Do you
What are
think
you
you're gonna
talking about?
do you think you're gonna survive in a zombie apocalypse with a voice like that?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. What are you talking about?
I have no idea.
Are you Donald Duck?
No, what are you actually talking about?
4-3-3. Vasquez, Tel, Tomori, Chao, Kalulu, Diaz, Tonali, Benacer, Leao, Giroud, Salamakers. Diaz, Tonali, Benacer in a 4-3-3. I don't see Diaz being able to play in a midfield of three. I mean, that's asking a lot of Diaz to play in a midfield of three. Roy, are we going to win? Yes, we are. No ranks. Looks like Man City's going to win no trophy. Tell Tomori, Chao, Kalulu. I mean, I wouldn't. Chao already? Maybe. Sure, it can be an option. I would rather go with the players that have the experience and have already cemented their feet in the team. This formation here, solid. It's no crazy experiments. Everybody gets to play close to each other. It's the formation we beat Juve with. I think this one here is a good formation.
It is.
All right, Antonio, what's up with your voice, man? Can't you at least make it sound cool, dude? Like, why do you have a fucking Mickey Mouse voice?
Why? What's wrong with my voice?
Sounds like you freaking what inhaled the helium.
Helium, that stuff's pretty good.
You're not even Antonio. Who are you?
No, this is me. After that last the Vincent thing, you gave me a really good idea, and that was to come in with a voice changer.
Okay.
And I'm having fun.
Yeah. Is
Yeah.
that so?
Yes.
Incredible. Incredible.
We like Fortnite. We like Fortnite.
Who's we?
Me, myself, and I.
That's right. You and your two crazy cousins. So is the trio.
Dude,
The,
it's
tr-
literally midnight over here. What do you think I am? In a party? Like,
the trio of craziness. Just three crazy,
it's
crazy
midnight over
individuals.
here. What are you talking about?
Whatever voice sounds do you have? Like, go through
Let
them.
me take a look.
Go through them. Let's pick a cool one.
Uh, we'll see what I can do.
Hello?
Yeah. What's up?
How do I sound?
Sound like a demon.
For real?
Yeah. Constipated demon. It's a little bit cooler.
Yes, sir. This is my troll voice.
Whatever voices you have, let's hear them.
Let me take a look.
Shall
How
we
is this one?
Similar to the previous one.
Uh,
It's a little bit more deeper. Should we start a poll about Laird going to Spurs game or just stay home? Laird said he's not going to go to the game if Tatarusano is playing. If Tatarusano is playing, he said he's not going to be paying for the tickets. Whatever voices you have, let's hear him.
Why would I reveal my secrets?
Can you hear yourself?
If I want to, I can.
You sound like the devil right now.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Hello?
Say
Oh,
something
I can.
evil.
What's up?
Say something evil.
I'm gonna shave your ponytail.
Oh my god. It's a soft devil. Can we have a real fucking evil devil, not softy devil, like a real devil?
What do you want me to say? Like, messed up shit?
Like what would the devil say?
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, make it sound clever, man. You don't have to say fucking crazy shit. Just make it sound sinister and evil.
No.
All right, okay. So,
I'm a
Moses
nice
from
guy. I'm a nice
what?
guy.
What?
I'm a nice guy.
You're a nice devil.
Yeah.
Okay, try different voices. Do you have the robotic voice? That could be cool. Moises from Brighton was linked to us before his PL from 7 million. After a year, he's worth 75 million. Damn. Antonio, how's college, bro? Any plans of spring break? Going on crazy part? Yeah, of course he is. Listen to him.
Yes, sir. Shotty in the club.
All right, Antonio.
I have a hard semester.
Go answer the question because I got to close soon, too.
I don't have any plans yet.
I was going to do 1 hour, but it's 1 hour 30 now. What do you mean plans?
I don't have plans yet. I mean, I might just I'll see what happens. But I mean, people go home for spring break, so
Have you started college yet?
yeah, man.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It's a little less busy than last semester, but it's still really hard.
Yeah, how less busy is it? Like you have less classes?
Less frequent tests,
Oh, okay.
but it's still hard.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is a cool voice.
Oh, really?
There you go. Okay, you can keep that one. That's cool. That ones just sound ridiculous. All right, Antonio, tell me what you think about Milan, and then let's close this channel. Come on, let's go. Let's close this.
I think we need to make some changes. Change. Listen, Roy, you need to apologize. For for this to happen.
Why do I need to apologize?
Because you have attacked Italian coaches.
Oh, Guido? No, dude, your dad needs to confront me face to face, bro. I'm not gonna make you apologize.
Face to face over a computer, bro?
Yeah, over a computer. He come here to the live, and if he has beef with me, confront me. I'm not what do you want,
Bruh, come on now.
What do you want me to do? Apologize? Apologize for what? For an opinion I have?
Be the bigger man.
No. Why don't you just tell him to come to the live and fight me?
Like a sumo match.
Yeah, like a sumo match. Bring it on, dude. Like, I mean, I still hold those same positions. I still think. No, you change it. Wait, talk. No, this one is fucking cringe as fuck.
What's the matter?
This one is so cringe. It's like disturbingly cringe.
Hola. How are you?
What the
How's
fuck are you
it
doing?
going?
My name is Frederick.
Put the fucking that one back.
Which one?
The other one. The one you had earlier. Yeah, just keep this one. This is a good one. This is a good one. All right. So, are you optimistic that Milan can recover its form and have a good rest of the season?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We rapping in this John.
Who do you think? How do you think? Who do you think? Do you think Maldini is going to do any operations?
Well, I think it depends on Big Daddy Jerry.
Did you see the Tutto Sport article that said that Big Daddy G is going to maybe use some funds that he had saved for the summer, but use them for the winter?
Oh, he sounds like a brokey. I feel so bad for him.
Really?
I guess he spent too much money on his yacht with the strippers.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Making it rain.
So, do you? So you think we're screwed? Huh? We're fucked.
In the butt.
So it's it's finished.
Well, I don't know. We can get top 4. We're not going to win because Napoli is too good. So,
Wait, you think we're not going to get top 4?
no, I said we can get top 4, but
We
winning is too
the
hard.
top 4 is secured.
You think so?
No, 90%, 90% secured.
Let's get it. I hope so.
Now Juventus is 15 points below. So they're 16 points below us. They were the most informed team after Napoli. Inter is a team that is up and down. We're a team that right now is just going through a tough patch, but we'll recover. And then Roma probably is going to pick up something. Roma's probably going to take that 4th spot. Mourinho is going to get what he's going to do, what he wanted to, what he was set out to do. Mourinho was set out to first season finish in the Europa League. First season he finished in the Europa League and he won a conference. This season his goal is to finish in the Champions League, and then next season they want to try for the Scudetto. So his plan, because of Juventus losing 15 points, is coming to fruition. Crazy.
Crazy.
Do you think Roma can make a run for that 4th spot?
They suck. I don't like them. The way they play is bad.
Okay. So who do you think is going to take that 4th spot?
Well, Juventus may fight their way back up.
Oh my god, bro. Come on.
Yes,
Dude,
sir.
stop.
No,
That's a fucking terrible.
it's facts.
There's no way you
Oh,
just.
by the way, did you see the leaked Milan shirt?
Yeah, I like it.
It's
It's pretty cool. I like it. But
Yeah.
there's no way Juve will finish top four. We're probably going to not even finish in. We're probably not even going to finish in the Europa League, bro. Like, they're fucked.
Are you serious, bro?
Ah, dude, come on, take that fucking voice off. That's so cringe. That is so cringe, dude. That is so cringe.
You're laughing.
Dude, that is so cringe. That is the fucking cringiest thing I've ever fucking heard in my
Come
life.
on, bro.
Dude, that is so cringe, bro. Like, you need to fucking.
You don't
need-
want to get
you need to check yourself, man. This is fucking cringe as fuck.
Come on.
Put a fucking evil voice on, dude.
Go
What's up
to
with
a
this?
brother like.
Why do you sound like a fucking bunny, dude? What the fuck
I
is
will
wrong?
mess you up, son.
Okay.
Come on. You want a piece of this? You small man. Don't mess with.
Are these the only voices that you have?
Well, unless I splash the cash.
What?
Unless I splash.
Yo, fucking
the
put a
cash.
cool voice on, dude. Like, what the fuck? The only cool voice you have is the autotune voice. All these voices are super cringe.
Where's Vincent?
Vincent
Listen.
is cringe.
I don't know where Vincent is.
All right, I'm closing the live.
no. Don't do that, bruh. I'm here.
Okay,
I'm
dude, but I want
excited.
to. Okay, go ahead. Just last word, because I really need to close.
Man, times are tough, but they will get better. Roy Lavari would look sick in a sweater. Rap so hot, spitting game every week. Hairline on fleek.
Is that it?
We can do it. We just gotta believe, and we'll push through it.
Keep on going. Let's see how many rhymes you can do.
Where's Nathan? Only if Nathan asks.
You can't wait 3 hours before going to the next sentence. It has to be one sentence, then the next one.
I gotta think, bro. I'm not as smart as Big Jerry.
Come on, bro. What the fuck? You can't have a pause like that. You gotta keep on going.
Bruh. I'm not a good rapper. Roy,
So
isn't
cringe.
Nathan here?
You're so cringe, bro.
What?
Are you sure?
Dude, I'm gonna close it live, dude. I'm gonna close it live.
No! Don't do that, bruh. We rapping. Auto-tune gang.
Incredible. Okay. Anyway, listen. We're going to have a live, of course. We're going to have a live on for the game. I think the game is on Tuesday, though. We're gonna have open lives during the day. With lights during the weekend. And we're gonna have a big discussion with everybody.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. Nathan is giving you words to spin off. Grapes, go.
Listen, man. I like fruit like grapes. When I was 5, I made my money selling sex tapes. Every day I wake up, it's a grind. You wouldn't know, you're not built like my kind. We rapping every day. Every day we wake up. And when I show up to the club, the party doesn't stop. I don't know what to say. I'm swaying over this way. And when Nathan drops $2, I go crazy in the club and start to holla. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate you. Roy probably wants to date you, but it's alright. We got that fam. RossonARI TV fans, put your damn hands up.
Oh shit, dude.
Dropping bars.
That was hilarious.
Did you like
Fuck
that,
you, dude. I hate
Daddy?
this fucking voice, dude. I swear, I hear this voice again. I hear this fucking voice again, dude. I'm closing the live, and
Oh,
I'm never gonna fucking. Oh, this voice is just so cringe. It's just so cringe. You only said grape one time, dude. Shame on you.
I thought I was supposed to start with that. I apologize. I don't know how to rap. Grapes are my favorite food because they're green and small. They are a little bigger than my left ball. I be rapping every day about fruits that are green. Grapes, kiwis, and glitching. Pineapples are pretty clean. Roy Lavari makes some noise. I'm the best rapper this channel's seen, and you finna enjoy.
What the fuck, dude? I apologize to everybody that is listening to this, but good job. I mean, yeah, at least you're trying, dude. It's not bad. It's not bad.
thanks,
Fuck
Daddy.
off. Fuck you, bro. Fuck you. I hate that voice.
This one.
Dude, just fucking that voice is terrible, man. I can't stand it.
This one is different.
It's terrible. Awful.
Huh?
Thank you for the 199, Nathan. Really appreciate it.
Thanks, Nathan. We appreciate you.
All right, Rock. Have a good night. Stick
Yes,
around
sir.
for the weekend. We're gonna have lives. We're gonna open them up for everybody. Um, Antonita.
Huh?
Keep using my voice, Antonita.
Chupapi. What's up?
Yeah, some of those voices are so bad.
Listen.
All right, so listen. Before we close, tell your
Yeah.
dad to come to the live, and if he wants to confront me, just confront me, and that's it.
Can we move on from this time?
Sure.
Hey, I know you don't like this voice, but I like it.
No, it's fine, Nathan. It's all good, my man. It's all good.
Oh, dollar bills. Which voice?
The Antonita voice.
Oh, do you like this
Dude,
voice?
so cringe. So cringe. But Nathan, you don't need to. Don't, Nathan. Don't do this. This voice. Oh, you, bro. Like seriously. Like I can't help. I can't help myself.
It's my secret weapon.
Dude, it's so cringe. It's disgusting.
How dare you say that about my voice?
Oh shit.
Listen, Nathan. I'm underage.
Oh, you fucking sick. Yo,
FBI.
shut the fuck up.
Make me.
Oh my god. All right, I'm closing. Guys, thank you for watching.
No! Don't close!
No, I gotta close. I gotta close.
What the fudge?
All right, guys. Everybody, we'll see you in the weekend. There's a lot to talk about coming up this weekend. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. All right. Thank you, Nathan, for the super chats.
Ooh, Rahul. You what, son?
All right. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye
Oh,
bye.
Peace out. Fox, hey, you close out with a fucking decent. I'm not going to close out with that fucking shit voice, dude.
Good night, everyone. Have a
right.
good night, yo.
All right, guys. Have a good one. Peace out. Forza Milan.
Ay, ay, ay.